Being a vegan is hard. It's really hard, but not for the reasons you might think. You might think, oh, it's very difficult to switch to a vegan diet, to buy shoes which aren't leather, to avoid products which haven't been tested on animals. It's not hard at all. It's really easy. It's easy to find these products, it's easy to look on the back, and it's easy to like them because there's some fucking awesome vegan alternatives on the market now. It's not expensive either. I mean, do you see third world countries chewing down on steaks? No, they eat vegan stuff because it's by far the cheapest food available. Pulses, lentils, grains cost next to nothing compared to how much it costs to produce meat. You know, that's in terms of cost and environmental impact. It takes a lot more grains to feed these animals than it would just to feed us directly. It's crazy. It's not lonely because the vegan community is amazing. I've met some great vegan people since I've been vegan, online and in real life. You know, sometimes people give you a weird look because you're ordering vegan food and they're chomping down on their dead flesh. But really, who's the weird one? The people who are following what they're told to eat and what they're marketed and what they're sold? Or people who've made their own decision and come to the conclusion that it's pretty horrific and barbaric and are choosing food which is healthier, much more compassionate? If you think that compassion is weird, then you've been fucking conditioned. And, in my opinion, nicer. You know, sometimes people ask me if there's anything I miss eating. And I'm like, no, because the taste of something seems so insignificant, so pathetic compared to the cause that we stand for. I don't miss anything. It's just fucking taste. How does that compare to an animal having to spend its life living in a box and then killed at the end of it? You'd have to be mightily fucking selfish to prefer the taste over that. Now, what is hard is knowing that all these animals are going through such suffering and you can't do anything about it. Behind factory doors, in farms, in slaughterhouses, everywhere these animals are suffering. And it's even harder when your friends, your family, they're all eating this meat which you know has been obtained through fucking barbaric methods. Despite how humane you're told it is. How is imprisoning something for its entire life and then bolting it through the head humane? And that's without going into some of the horrific conditions and treatment these animals suffer. You feel this pain, you feel this suffering for what all these animals are going through. But because I know that, I can help do something about it. Take this video. I saw this video on Twitter posted by Peter the other day, and I won't show it all to you because I know a lot of you are vegan and you don't want to see this, but now what must be going through someone's mind to just shoot a coyote like that? I've seen the whole video, it's terrible. That coyote sits there suffering, it's rolling about, doesn't know what to do. It's been shot for no apparent reason. Why is the person doing the shooting so devoid of empathy, so devoid of feeling, that they're happy just to kill an animal right in front of them? What must have happened to that person's life for them to feel that hurting someone else, something else, makes them feel better than loving something else? You know, and there's nothing wrong with love. Do you love your kids? Of course you do. Love and empathy is what drives the world forward. Hate is the only thing that's holding it back. That's the opposite of living. That's taking lives away. I would hate to be so devoid of feeling and unconnected from the world that I could do such a thing like that. So I'm glad I feel all this. I'm glad I'm open to it. I'm glad I feel connected to it so I can make a difference. Because this kind of thing happens in slaughterhouses every single day en masse. Now sure, they don't use a Glock, but they still fire a bolt into an animal's head. It's exactly the same. And some people say that it's evolution. We're top of the food chain, so it's fine for us to kill these animals. But if that's evolution, then we have also evolved the ability to have empathy and love. And we've evolved the ability to see that what we're doing is wrong. So evolution isn't an argument, it's an excuse. Top of the food chain is an excuse. We can see what's happening, and if we look deep inside ourselves, we realise it's not what we want to happen. It's not what is going to push the world forward, because hate doesn't advance the world. If we've got this love and empathy we've evolved, then we should use it. And you know, I don't think that everyone in the world who eats meat is lacking empathy or hates animals. Of course I don't. That is not true. What I think is they are following what they've been told since they were raised, and what government tells them, and what marketing tells them, and what supermarkets and shops tell them to eat. And they are blocking out the horrors, and they refuse to face it. That's why if a vegan tells a meat eater about all this, they get angry with the vegan because the vegans reminded them about it. And it's like, oh, I don't want to know. But rather than get angry with themselves for causing it and doing something about it, they get angry with us. I don't believe that most of the world population are utter cunts. I really don't. I believe they've been marketed this product and they're blocking out the truth. But as a vegan, we can do something about it. And as a vegan, just think how proud you should be of yourself. What an amazing thing you've done. You've woken up, you've realised what's going on in the world. You thought, whoa, I'm not contributing to that. You've made the switch. You've done all this off your own back. And you've chosen that route rather than just taking the easy option and blocking it out like everyone else does. How fucking awesome are you for doing that? Just think about that. Now these people who are blocking all this horror and torture out, blocking it out isn't helpful. It might seem like the easiest thing to do, but it's really not. I've never felt as liberated as when I became vegan. It's like a weight lifted off my mind because I allowed these feelings to come through. So even though it is hard being a vegan, knowing all this stuff, it's also immensely liberating. And the only thing you regret after becoming vegan is not having done it sooner. Because you realise all the suffering you have caused in your life, and as soon as you face it, that is when you can start making the difference. That is the only way that the world is going to go forward for all of us, not just the animals. Because although this is about justice for the animals, it's also about justice for us. Because while this is happening, while we have slaughterhouses, there will always be battlefields.